What's up, everybody? So I was going to do an intro, but I decided that I will just kind of pop on here all on my own and say hi to everybody. And I would also like to especially say hi to Pat. He is one of my viewers, longtime viewers, and he is, part of our cool community. So the whole thing is that well, I would like to meet with him. I think it would be a great idea if we could actually just have a conversation about something. And it has to do with something that's very important that a lot of us actually are, taking part in doing this thing called screenshots. All right. Screenshots. Okay. It's what we do when there's something that happens and it's like, oh, this is hurting my feelings. So now I'm going to take a screenshot so that everybody can see it whenever I need it and whenever it's convenient for me to bring it up. So that's kind of what I am banking on today to discuss. And only because Pat showed me some screenshots that he had. Yeah, he did. Yep. I was in a Discord server and he decided, let me go ahead and, pop these out and have everybody take a look at them and, really judge me for something that was said or some, scenario that was going on. But the thing is that, you know what, guys? Why'd you take the screenshot? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you even go to that extreme to having to hold on to it, just in case? So for that, I just want to refer, and you should all have this by your, bedside, to the 4 agreements, okay? The 4 agreements states that on the second agreement that I've been discussing with you, Pat, don't take anything personally. And that is exactly what you did. You went to the extreme to take things personally. And I don't appreciate that. Coffee without a spoon. So that's what happened. And when you do take things personally, you start taking screenshots. So for all the people who have the screenshots, you're breaking the Second Amendment, the Second Amendment. Yes, don't carry your guns. That's breaking it. Carry your guns, not for YouTube, because hopefully nobody is going to that extreme by, pulling up and, taking out the gat and just really, going at somebody, because that's what we're getting to. And it all starts with Pat. It all starts with Pat taking the screenshots. So not a good look. Not a good look. I just want to say, guys, that I'm wearing my Boston, Massachusetts sweatshirt that I got when I went there and visited. Okay. That was a great time. Guys, if he's here, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Pretty sure that I have some questions, and he might show up. He's never been on never mind. I take that back. He was on my panel like over a year ago, and he had a soundboard. Well, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty fun. But back then, he didn't take screenshots, at all. So, Rue, what's up? And let's see, Swedish Sugar, hi. White Noise, aka Shiva. Paige, how you doing? Prostitutes and friends, shut the fuck up, okay? If you're not gonna come in with your regular name, you can fuck off, bitch. Okay? Block. You're out of here. Don't like that anymore. Teresa, what's up? Who else? Booty War, Fairy Goddess, Vital. Let me turn my resolution up. So I was having a problem with my computer. I have encountered some kind of a hack where I am being hijacked. I'm being hijacked on my computer for the simple fact that when I go to my Google to do a search, it directs me all the way back to Bing. I don't want to use Bing. Why is it making me go to Bing? So I tried everything under the sun to literally repair this problem. And I spent hours on it, and I'm still having the problem. Just saying. Bing. Fuck Bing. Who effing cares? Hi, Vital. COVID. Alex09. We're having a lot of fun in our Discord servers. Happy Hippie. I bet she was the first one. Steph. Hey, Shelly, can you unblock me in the studio? No. There's your answer. Very cool. Very cool. Did I put the link down? Oops. I haven't been around lately, guys. Okay. Just saying. But I am here now. And, that's important because Trump said is here. And Wilma Dickford is here as well. So we have some of the best people here. UPK all the way. Pat, look, I really like you. You know what I mean? Like, I really like you. But I don't like your screenshots. It's becoming a problem. Mm-hmm. So in my coffee, I have these little small baby marshmallows, and they're delicious. Okay. I'd love to put them in there, but they're melting very fast. You are looking nice tonight. Oh, thank you. Definitely not Dirt Guy. And I love how you are a mod in a lot of different, on a lot of different channels that I really don't like because I think they're trash. Now, I will say this, that looks like GE, because I just don't want to even go there, with the name thing, took advantage of RK and is greedy. It's not good. It's not good. I hope they're still friends, but I'm not exactly sure. And also, don't really care. Pat has gone all the way back to the dark side. Yes. At the dark side, and Shiva may or may not know, Corrosive Commentary definitely knows about the dark side because he is there. Okay. There's this big dark cloud, and there's Corrosive, and he's like here, and there's Shiva, and then you have all these other toxic people, including Toxic. And that's not a good look at all. So when it comes to Corrosive, he may or may not do screenshots. I don't know. That's the meaning of this stream tonight, is to really get down to the reasoning behind those and the reasoning for pulling them up at every given moment. But why? You know what I mean? I mean, like, okay, so he got upset that, and I brought up, hey, where was the loyalty? You know what I mean? Like going up on somebody's panel, playing video games and gossiping like a college kid. Not kid, but you know what I mean.
Hello, I've been retained as Pat's attorney, and I've been sent to deal with the issue that you bring forth tonight.
Well, now that you're here, yes, I have an issue with him. I have an issue with his attorney as well, and that might be at a later date that we can discuss that. But when it comes to your buddy, well, your client, I think he has an issue with the double click on the screen.
Let me confer with my client a moment.
All right.
My client says no comment.
He's not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to do a no comment on me. Okay. So tell him that, and
okay,
please
hold on a second. Okay, I told him he had no comment.
Okay. That's not going to fly with me. Where I'm going with this is that I think he's a spy. I can't help myself. That's where I'm going with him on this issue.
One moment.
Yeah, I've just informed you that Rada's going live in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Rada's going live. Thank
Cool.
My client says that you knowing whether or not he's a spy is above your pay grade. Also, why was Rada just underwear with Squirtle on it?
I don't get it. I don't understand what that was all about. Corrosive, you support this person over me.
Let me confer with my client.
But no. You are the one I'm speaking to. Hey, I could be. My two bagels.
My client says he has no evidence of that. Please keep the questions to my client. The panel invite was for Pat Vanilla.
Right.
And
Well, you didn't show for your panel invite. So this is the issue that I'm having right now is that number one,
I'm working in my professional capacity tonight. You have to understand that.
I get it. And if you want to come back under your unprofessional capacity, I would love that because I have some questions. If that's okay. Well, let's get back to the issue at hand. Does he still have his soundboard? And can he come up and use it for a little while? That might be fun. You know, do something. He owes me.
My client's comment on that is,
I like turtles.
Danger zone!
Hey, baby boy. I don't look like Trump said I could be. You can hush. Why can't Pat speak for himself? That's a very good question, Fairy Goddess. We're all kind of wondering, what he's up to. He can go on Toxics and go play video games, but he can't come on mine. So you know what? Lose my phone number. I don't give my number out to many people. I didn't even give you my phone number. All right. But if he wants to go down this road, what am I supposed to do about it?
one moment, let me check. My client's asking if you're planning on playing any video games tonight.
I don't care about what your client says. I want to talk to your client. Tell him to come up.
One moment.
Build that bridge. He'll go now. Watch. Can't turn that offer down.
My client has stated that according to the 4 agreements and the second agreement, you seem to be taking this personally.
I'm not taking it personally, dude. I'm not taking this personally. I'm trying to be assertive, He disappointed everybody in my Discord server. He disappointed everybody in Ruru's Discord server. And he has left both within the last 3 days. Why is that? It's an important question. One moment, please. No, I'm serious. You need to just speak for him because I'm not about to have you just hold on and all this crap. So please speak for him because he clearly doesn't have a voice to speak for himself.
My client says no comment.
That's not acceptable, though. How is that acceptable? We have 60 people here and they're all wanting to hear from him, and then you come strolling along. And I get it. You're his attorney and everything, and you're representing him. But no comment doesn't fly with this interview. I'm so sorry. And he doesn't need an attorney for this. It's not that big of an issue with me, maybe with them. I give up with Pat, man. This was his last chance to really prove to us that he's not taking these things personally and that he left the servers for particular reasons, like there was an emergency in the family, because otherwise, why would he leave the servers?
Sounds to me like him leaving the server is your big issue here.
No, it's not.
And
the big issue is that he thinks I'm going real life on him. Did you hear me? He thinks I'm going real life on him.
I think I saw a screenshot of that. Hold on, let me check.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. It's fucking asshole. I hate him. I can't take it. He's making me crazy.
A screenshot when a nutless coward, because they're all nutless cowards, named Weird, said, "Do not moan or cry when something happens to you, Vanilla Pat." And
Right.
instead of taking up any position of defense with the person you're claiming is your friend, Vanilla Pat, you said he will with a pointy finger up.
Why is it that my shit stands out, but then when everybody else talks about me, nobody even bats an eye? It's just like the norm. Hey, Crazy Dingo. What's up? Why is it the norm? You know, when have you ever took up for me? When it gets to push to shove, it's like, all right, well, let me
Are
just
you actually
bow
asking me
down.
that question?
All right, fine, not you. Well, with him, he's not standing up for me or Gru or anybody else who's over at he said he's been over at Tonics longer than he's been at mine. So do you really think that he even for once stood up for any of us? And no, nobody's gonna go real life on him, dummy. Stupid. That's not what that meant. Idiot, man.
Sounded like a threat to me.
Sick of him and Rada. You're gonna go fuck off. He said the same thing. They're going real life. Well, I deleted it. I'm not on it all the time. What am I supposed to do? Look, I don't mean for this to be a bitch fest or anything like that. But if Pat doesn't want to show up and he wants to just hold on to his little fucking screenshots and bring them up every time he can, then that's fine. But he is pretty butthurt right now. Chocolate Tap saying, stop taking screenshots of my brother. I don't know. I think he's a spy. And that's kind of what I've concluded. It's really what I'm, all about with him.
I mean, are there things going on in these servers that are secret and nobody should know? Is that the issue here?
No, it's not. But if you're going to do nefarious
Then how
things
could
with our
someone be a
words,
spy?
because he's doing screenshots, obviously. Now, why did Golden Eyes tell COVIDs that he's saying vile shit to people? And she can't take the criticism, he said.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't like that because COVIDs is a nice guy. Way nicer than Rada. And Rada takes screenshots too. It's so telling. It is. Don't you think? Vile rumors. Yeah, vile rumors. That's what she said to him. Can you believe it? I was almost laughing my ass off about that.
I mean, I think any rumors are vile and people should stop telling them. If you have an issue with somebody, confront them.
I know, but you know how people now, what they're doing now is people are fabricating stories like from beginning to end just to bring in views, just to do
I'm
that.
aware of it.
Mine is all true. And when it comes to Pat, man, this is the end of the rope right here.
Shelly, once again, you're siding with the wrong fucking people. You're cuddling up to the people that are doxing and pulling fuck shit behind sock accounts and using people's pictures and putting people's information out there because you sense a little bit of fucking clout. And it's biting you in the ass because the people who have stood up for you and have defended you for years are pissed off and they're leaving.
What did you say about clout? How am I even reaching? How am I reaching for clout? Who the fuck has clout here? Please tell me. Please.
You want your little gang, Shelly. You've always fucking done it. And that's why nobody trusts you anymore and nobody gives a shit. You make your own messes, then you demand people bail you the fuck out of it. And then when it doesn't happen, you get all pissed off. And you're doing it again.
Okay. So let me say this. Should I show you the video of when you let two women go at me constantly for a good minute?
The second agreement, Shelley, it sounds like you're taking that a little personally.
Nothing
You should
about
let
it.
it go.
But you were my friend at that point. You did the same with me when it was with Binks, and she went off on me. And then
Be
you
right
did
there,
it.
Rada.
See ya. Good. Glad he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Because his back was up against the wall, and I'm really not going to get anywhere with him. So you get to a point where you try to work on something, right? And then they come to a brick wall and it just stops there. It's like you cannot go any further. You cannot help the relationship. You cannot make it into any kind of a relationship. That's where it stops. So, you know what, Shiva, that's your man. You know, that's Joe Cool's man too. That's I don't know if Tonic's with him or not. I don't know. But yeah, so he stopped standing up for me because so many people were going at me, and it was the unpopular thing to do. So, you know, Pat thinks that it was unpopular for me not to, to stick up for him or anything like that. And, you know, I don't have a problem with him, and I never did. But I was just asking him questions, and it did kind of turn into everybody else had questions too. So that's okay. And that's kind of what this community does. And it's not good. It's not good, but we do pick a target. We do. We all know that. In any kind of a group, we do pick one. It's not the best thing to do. And I am tired of being it, but you know, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. At this point, you know, I don't know, with Pat, I don't really have a problem with him at all. I just think it's really fucked up that he's going to come bring some screenshots and act like he's got a gotcha on me. And that's not a fair thing to do at all, especially when it's not a real life situation. You know, people say, oh, you can say whatever you want online. Well, if you guys are agreeing to that, then that's what it is, I guess. Right. So, you know, when it comes to corrosive, it's at a stopping point. So he's never going to kind of see things in any kind of a different light at all. I cannot remember the exact last thing that he did. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can remember. I was on his panel and talking to everybody like a normal conversation. And then Andrew comes up and starts shit, and he's okay with it. He's okay with putting up a video, putting in the link in the chat it's a video about me, and he wanted to put it in the chat. So why would he purposefully set me up? We were actually talking then. We were actually kind of being nice to each other then. So I did forget to ask him about that, but he won't have a good answer because it's the unpopular thing to do. It's better to go at me than to get backlash from a lot of people because he wants to stay in this community. So, you know, DFK did the same thing. I don't know what to say to people, you know, on what to do with that as far as, you know, the best thing to do. Cornrows. Oh yeah. It kind of, well, this headband has like these like teeth that go back. So it kind of makes it look like that. That's funny. What is WASP? What is WASP? I don't know what that is. I know a lot of people are, you know, going hard at other people, and it does really, oh, he died. It does really sadden me to see that people are getting hurt. And Pat, you know, if that happened to you, look, I in no way meant for you to get hurt. I just wanted to talk to you, but I get it. You know, I get it. You're kind of just get too scared or something. I don't know. Maybe you're scared of my words or something. I mean, I'm definitely not going to threaten you or anything in that manner. So when it comes to Lauren, I'm not even mad at her about the rabbit and how she killed it, hit it over the head, and, you know, bashed its brains in. No, I'm not going to be mad about that. But what I am mad about is that PDF confronted her about porn bombing and the law, and she got upset and called him a pedo, and that's not cool. So I got really mad about that, and I brought it up to her and I said, you know, they're not going to forget about this, about you saying that. And then she just went off on me and she left my server. She may have been in ruse, I'm not sure, and she may have left her server as well. But, you know, it gets to the point where if you're at, like, if your back is up against the wall and you're like, oh, I have to come up with something to say, you're actually not pushing them away. You're actually now making things worse, okay? Because you're making accusations, and that's not cool. So yes, I'm pretty sure that now I'm thinking that Cowboy Giant, that it is the drama community, and I'm pretty sure that we have definitely shown that, but I don't have that here. So this is the safe zone. I've been telling you guys this for a long time. This is definitely not a drama-filled channel at all in any way, shape, or form. I mean, look at my content. I have that picture up. Oh my God. People see what goes on. They do. People see the dynamics, but people don't talk. They don't speak out. Because they see what happens to those who do speak out. And that gives them permission to not speak out. Because there's others who have made an example for them. So at what point, you know, do we just start to speak out? Well, I've seen some sock accounts starting to speak out and say things that people really want to say about loyalty and the way people speak to each other and the way people go about solving conflicts. Because we could really use like conflict resolution solution update in this community. It seems like that we get to the point, like whenever we're fighting, we cannot come to a conclusion. And I like to play fight. I do. I like to jab people when I can. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. It's really fucking funny, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. All right? I don't know what you guys' problem is. How can you not just do that and stop at that? Why does it have to go further and further and further with death threats and spears and knives and all these different types of gadgets that you want to go at people with? Like, why do you have to do this? Rick Crew did not die. Rick Crew died? Come on. No, he didn't. Did he? Huckleberry. Huckleberry with the save. Thank you. We're not worried about that. Was everybody else worried about that? Oh my gosh. Poor guy. Poor asshole guy. Huh. He is an asshole. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what clout that he's talking about. You know, Carosa said you're chasing after the clout. What clout, though? I mean, I think of clout as you're trying to ride a coattail on somebody. That's kind of how I see it. Other than that, if I am obtaining content, then that's what a content creator does. If you don't like it, then stay away from me. I mean, otherwise, I might pick out some things to do content. It doesn't necessarily have to be about you specifically, but it might be about some topic that I think I could bring to light. When it comes to Pat, though, I did want to bring him up because a lot of people have been kind of going at him. I don't understand the whole rat thing whatsoever. I'm leaning more towards spy, but maybe those two kind of go together. I'm not very sure. But especially when he said that he was in, somebody else's like server for like longer than he was in mine, like that's not comforting to me. It doesn't matter. Okay. It really doesn't matter. But when you start popping out the screenshots, that's when it starts mattering. And that's when they're going, okay, well, you did this. But here's the thing, guys, people don't remember what they say. They remember how they feel at that moment. They remember how they feel about what was said. They don't remember the exact words. Sometimes. Well, sometimes we do remember. Most of the time, we don't remember what was said. But when we do remember it, that means that we took it personally. So at that point, that's when we have to not take it personally. Because every time you take one of those screenshots, you're taking something on there personally. Now, I get it if you want to do it for the police. Yeah, that's a great idea because it's evidence. But other than that, you're pulling it up for the gotchas. You're pulling it up whenever it's convenient for you, whenever you're going at somebody or they're going at you, and now you want to pull up some kind of a video or some kind of a screenshot. But when you do these videos, I mean, there's certain people who are watched, and they're watched very closely because of the things that they do say, because they are threats, because they are going real life. And that's not okay. Oh, really? That's cool. Good for him. Yeah, that's not okay. See, he's riding a coattail. That's what he's doing. And that's okay. That makes him feel good. So good. Glad. Happy for him. Sometimes you have to step on people to get ahead. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes you have to come up, promote your channel, which I never should have let him up in the first place because I don't like him. So I'm actually going to block him somehow. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you have to, and I know it's a shady thing to do, to step on somebody to get ahead, but clearly that's what he needs to do, in order to feel a little bit of that popularity from people. How about give out a good message? What kind of a message is he really giving out to people? Is he talking about the 4 agreements? I don't think he's talking about the 4 agreements. If he were, he'd be putting out a good message. Is he talking about screenshots and how damaging they can be to themselves, the ones who are taking the screenshots? Because now they are taking things personally and they're holding on to it. It's a real narcissistic thing to do, is to hold on to something from the past and then try to bring it up later to throw it in somebody's face. Live for the moment, don't live in the past. Live for the moment. If there's people who are shitty, just recognize them as that and go away from them. You don't need to be around that shit. If you're a better person than that, then don't even be around it. Ha 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 ha. Oh, the irony. Who are you talking to, Shiva? Shiva, who are you talking to? Not me. Stupid. Him and Corrosive, man. They tried to come up and team up on me. Didn't work, obviously. Obviously, I have an edge up on the both of them, clearly. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got nothing on me. They think they're so hot shot. They're not. Not them. Duh. For sure. Unreal. No, Trumpy, I'm not going to. Trumpy, nobody cares. Okay? Nobody cares about a guy named Trump, rump, in the junk. Nobody cares about him either. More like dum. Dum, get it? Don't know any trunk. What? Listen, I don't know what you're selling over there, but I'm about to drop your ass, okay? It's only going to be a couple hot seconds and you're going to be out of here, okay? Twiggy, sweet meat, stupid. How can you stoop so low? I wish that skinny ass would come up here and confront me. Shit. She don't know shit. She's always talking shit. Especially she's talking shit to Ruru. She's talking shit to Huckleberry. She's talking shit to me. That's Lauren. She thinks that she can go around and talk shit about people and that it's okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay. There's got to be other things better that she can do instead of calling people stupid ass names that aren't even true. It's not fun. And it makes for a very uncomfortable environment. Do you guys want to be in an uncomfortable environment? No. No, I don't. You know? And no, I'm not afraid of Steph coming up on the panel if that was her in my chat. You know, I'm not afraid of her coming up on the panel or anybody coming up on the panel because I'm going to treat people with respect, unlike Elizabeth K and Golden Eyes and Corrosive. They don't treat people with respect. They disrespect at any given moment, at any time, because they can, because they want to. So how is that a good look for them? Is it? No, it's not. Seriously. And, you know, I'm probably not the only ones that they treat like that. So if they want to do their little powwows, that's cool. I mean, that's up to them. I'm really starting to see people for who they are, for just who they are. You know, and when it comes to Corrosive, I'm sorry. You're just not who I thought you were. Sorry. You're not who I thought you were. And I kind of don't even want to welcome you on my panel anymore. You know, because you want to bail out, go to somebody else's. That's disrespectful. He just did it over here. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst. It's not a favorable look. You know, and she supports me. And I support Ruru. You know, I saw her from the beginning, and she was at another community prior to this. So she was pretty savvy when it comes to internet wars and stupid stuff that goes on the internet and how people talk to each other. So she understood what she was getting into, but I don't think she understood that it was to this extent. Seriously, I doubt that she actually thought that it was going to be this drastic of a change from her last community, because the people here are savages. Savages. They don't care. Like Corrosive. He'll say anything because he knows all these words. He'll put them all together in sentences, and then he'll try to like make this big insult on somebody. Really? Why? Just why? He's missing out on hearing things said about him. Huckleberry's a savage. She said it. I didn't say it. She said it. Get out of here. No, don't get out of here. TOS, hello, forever and forever. Hippie. What's going on, Hippie? See, I like Happy Hippie. I really do. She is loyal, and I don't even care where she goes, because she maintains that same friendship with people on either side. Pat doesn't. He left my server. He left Rue's server. And that's, when you're bombarded like that, like people were doing with the questions, they were asking a lot of questions. He can't take that personally. You can't take that personally. If anything, it's going to make you stronger, dude. If somebody says to you, don't go crying and moaning when something happens to you. That doesn't mean they're going to go real life on you. They're talking about on the internet. If something happens, well, what could happen? Well, people could call you names or something. I don't know. But nothing's going to happen to you. And I said that. I said, they're not going to do it. You know, I threw it to the side and I discarded it. It's not going to happen. That's what I said. How did you not get that? It's right there in your screenshot. The fallen slave as usual. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Huckleberry. Yes, I agree with that. Hopefully we can get a cure soon and it crawls back to Kensington Ave soon. That's the worst place to be. You know, you definitely don't want to be homeless and drug addicted on Kensington Ave. You'll be lucky enough to get interviews with some YouTubers who actually take them to get a burger, you know, let them sit in the car and take a ride. You would be lucky enough. Amanda Erickson, I see that you're here. And if that is you, I am upset with you. I am upset with you for a couple reasons, and I can get over it for sure. You already know the reasons. Okay? You already know. And I don't have a problem with you. I just had a problem with what you did. I don't like doxing in my server. You're not allowed to do that. And then if I call you out on it, you don't go back at me and then boot me out of the server because I called you out on something. That's it. And it's something that you actually did. There's evidence that you did it. You know, Pat tried to pull a gotcha on me with his screenshot, and I didn't leave. I just talked it out and didn't take it personally. It's what you guys are doing these days. And I'm not taking it personally about what Elizabeth K did and Golden Eyes did. I'm not taking that personally. What I am taking personally, though, and I shouldn't, is how Corrosive reacted to it and responded to it. And I think it's disgusting. If I were to show anybody outside of this community that video, which is on my channel, they would be like, what the fuck? Why didn't he say anything? Why did he kick you off the panel? Exactly. Why? The same thing happened with Binks. The same thing happened with Andrew on his panel. Why? Why do I keep talking to him? Why? Why? Because I think of the good times that I did have with him as a friend. That's why. But that's then. And this is now. And this is who he is. He is okay with people publicly embarrassing other people on a panel. Yeah, exactly, Amanda. Exactly. Yes. Okay, so you do see this then. Yeah. Yeah, credibility is Paquito. So true. Addicts don't have friends. No, they don't, because they use their quote friends to get what they want. And then when they get it and they find somebody who has something better, they toss them to the side and go on to something else. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Totally. Yep. Yeah, chat people. Yeah, they're just chat people. That's it. I don't know. Some people like to undercut other people, and I think it's fucked up. Nobody goes on Huckleberries and says, oh, I'm going to be going live or whatever. He's trying to get my attention because he knows that I cut him off. I don't want to talk to him, and that's why he's doing this. Obviously. Don't you guys see it? No, they're not. No, she's not, Shiva. And I'm going to stand up for her because no, she's not. Hey, sweet. You walked into something. Amanda, they know her. She's like, I'm a strong woman. I always defend you and other women against psycho men. Thank you. Chat people. Yeah. Don't take it personally. What the hell is wrong with you? You're as bad as all of the other fucking morons. No, she's not, Shiva. Not at all. I can actually probably name some people, but I'm not going to, who Shiva hangs out with, and they are effing morons. Tarquin is not. A lunatic is not. Hang on to them because they're a dime a dozen. They're not a dime a dozen. They're diamonds in the rough. They're diamonds in the rough. Okay? They're not a dime a dozen. You can't find friends like that, all right? That's what I'm trying to say, basically. Who's messing with me? Sweet. So you know who's messing with me is Rada and Corrosive. They are both doing that to me. And Pat. Yeah. Okay. Well, you kicked me out of the server. So, yeah. How did you feel about that? Yeah. I don't think you let me back. I don't know what happened. Oh, Shiva's on his panel. Then get the fuck out of here. Why are you in here then? Go over there. That's where all the drama is, people. Just leave me then. Rough diamonds cut you. Don't cut me. What's up, Cindy Renee? Cindy, you should come back. You should, because, you know, there's nothing. Get out of here, white noise. Just for that, I'm gonna mirror you and I'm gonna screenshot you. Okay, Shiva? Don't think I won't. Say I won't. You know I will. You know what I mean? You know I will, Shiva. Shiva, you probably are screenshotting this right now because you think you're such a tough guy. Huh? Have you seen COVIDs? Have you seen him? Now he is a tough guy. You? You have a cat. You own a cat. Okay? Need I say more? Need I say much more than that? Okay? You take your cat on walks. You've let your cat outside and you've let him play outside and then you bring him back inside. Is he a feral? Is your cat a feral? Is that the kind of cat that you want to have? I don't care if you mirror me. It's good for my channel. You know what's not good for your channel? You being here. Okay? That's not good for your channel. Wait. No, I didn't mean that. It's good for your channel, but having feral cats is not a good look. I own a lot more than the cat. Yeah, you own a boyfriend, okay? You know, people trying to hit on you and you want to be gay and all that crap, and it's like whatever. You know, you can't take a chick if you're gay. I mean, you can't take a chick out on a date if you're gay. You can, but you're not going to have that same kind of feeling. So that's your fault. You know what I mean? And you can't help it, obviously. But, you know, your cats, you can help that and you can keep them inside. You don't have to let them outside to go for a walk. Get them a litter box. Hello? He wants to be gay. You wouldn't take me out? I'm not asking you to take me out. I'm asking you to take Cindy Renee out on a double date, or Sweet, any of the chicks here, but you can't, all right? That's not in your league, obviously. So you're missing out, buddy. You. Right. He never did speak down. But you know who he did speak down on? Rada. And you know what? Rada is not a nice guy. So I don't know. I don't see him as being like, I told him to stop fighting, and COVID's did. He stopped fighting. I started deleting stuff that they said and all that, so it wasn't still there in the server, because they were flying off their emotions and they were putting things in there that were not appropriate. So I did. I took him out. And Rada threatened to report my server. He threatened to report the server because of some things that you said, COVIDs. Okay. Now, those things were deleted because I was sleeping when you guys were fighting. I woke up to that first thing in the morning. I wasn't happy about that. You know, I'm trying to run a decent server here, and people are in there fucking going at it like cats and feral cats. So I didn't feel happy about that. And then, not to mention, with Rada coming through, still fighting me, because he's still in that fighting mode. He can't just stop like COVID's just stopped. Like I didn't even boot him out. I had to boot Rada out. I didn't even boot COVID's out. He doesn't have to apologize to Rada. He doesn't have to do any of that. I just didn't want him fighting in there. That's it. And he stopped. But Rada didn't. Who's DMing me? I'm trying to do a decent panel here. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is COVID stayed and Rada had to go. Period. Because you don't disrespect the server host. I'm the panel host, and he came up and disrespected me out of the blue. He'll do the same to any one of you guys. I promise you that. So Shiva, go back to your boy, okay? You know, that's the one for you, buddy. If you were to ever, leave your husband, man, he's the one for you. He's a winner. He's a winner. He got that ass for sure. So, go for it, buddy. That's your boy. You're on his panel, so it must mean something to you. That's how I see it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. She said he would never try that stupid shit with her. She'd love it, but he wouldn't do that. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to say anything. He just kind of dropped down with his little panties on. With his panties around his waist. I think he had I think he did have a WN, like this logo. Hold on. I think he did have this on the panties that he wore up here. Right there. The white noise. You have an admirer, Sheila. Sheila. Rod admires you. Rod admires you. Oh my gosh. That's funny. No, he can shut down and come over here, Trumpy, because I was here first. I own the airtime. All right? Don't you think that they have airtime in the sky? Trumpy, did you ever think about that, buddy? No, you didn't, because you're drunk. You are drunk, okay? You have been drinking. You're liquored up, Trumpy. You're on the sauce, okay? And that's why you're saying these stupid things to me. Like I'm going to listen to you. No. I would never listen to Trumpy. He gives the worst advice ever. Ever. If he ever gave some good advice, it would be the last day on this earth. And then if I took it, it would just it would only be there for a short time because it's the last day. So, yeah. Liquor it up, buddy. Liquor it up. Trump, Trump. In the rump, rump. That's what Rada's saying. White noise in the rump, rump. Doesn't rhyme, but yeah, you get the point. So yeah, I guess he, I don't know, fantasizes about Shiva. I don't get it. I don't understand the fascination with Shiva. He's not all that. I mean, you know, he has a good vocabulary and he has some insight on a ton of things, but he's just, you know, he's taken. So Radha needs to back off. He needs to back off Shiva. I don't think that's the best look for him. He's going to get turned down every time. So by him coming up with those panties on to woo Shiva was a bad mistake. Because he's going to get turned down. He's going to get his little feelings hurt. So your little sweet attempt to, you know, woo Shiva didn't work. Shiva's not interested in you, Radha, at all. At all. He has his sights on somebody else, and he's with that person, and you're not it. I don't know. Shiva, you know, Shiva should probably just let him down easy. Radha has to know that he's in a relationship. I mean, doesn't he know? Shiva's even said his, you know, his name before. Where has he been? Under a rock? Is that where he hangs out? Is under a rock and he comes around to ride on my coattail to get some clout? He is a clout chaser. Trumpy, what do you chase your liquor with? Clout? You know, this quote community has really taken its toll on me. You know, see you later, hippie. You know, Radha's never going to have a chance with Shiva, ever. The sooner he realizes that, the better off he'll be. And I feel bad that he's trying to pursue him. It's not appropriate. Let the man be in his relationship in peace. Without you running up here on the panel with your panties on and his icon on them, trying to get his attention. How stupid do you have to be to do some shit like that? Like nobody saw it. Like he popped up and then left real quick. Like nobody saw that happen. We saw it, all right. Yeah, I need to stand up for myself. I'm okay, Jane Miller. Hi, how are you? Radha and Lauren used my panel and are both laughing at me. Uh-oh, they're laughing at me? Oh no, whatever will I do with my life? It is over as far as I can see it. This life is no good for me. I have no reason to be here because Radha and Lauren were using my panel and they are both laughing at me. Oh no. Oh, she's back. Yay, hippie. You're back. Woohoo. Yes. I knew it. I knew she would come back. I knew they would come back. Nobody wants to be at Rada's. He's the biggest jerk and idiot I've ever met in my life. But I really don't want to give him attention. And I don't want to give Shiva attention. I don't want to give corrosive attention. You know, I want to give people like COVID's, Rue, what's his name? DDT. You know, these are the types of people, Wilma and your mom, you know, Taryn, you know, those are the people I like to talk to because we actually have things to say to each other and we're not pulling out screenshots like Pat. Well, Pat, I see you did not show for your panel invite, and for that, I am saddened. However, you can redeem yourself. And the way you can do that is you can join my Discord server again. And then we are even. We are even. So what I can do is I can drop my server link or something, or we'll just or I would just send it to you. No, I'm not unblocking anybody. Y'all can go fuck off. No. Trumpy, oh my gosh. Hi, SEL.
Yes, hello. Good evening.
So Trumpy is saying that everybody should go to Rada's, but I'm not going over there. And if they want to, they can. I don't care.
Yeah.
If they're having a show there, that's fine.
Oh my goodness. So, I've taken a screenshot before in my lifetime.
Oh, I have thousands of screenshots, millions.
You may even have some of my screenshots.
Probably. I have folders of screenshots. I can't even get them all together. There's too many.
What do you use to take your screenshots? How do you?
I don't use the computer. I just
Use your phone.
Yeah, I do like screen share, like do videos, screen shares.
You record it on your
Because I
phone?
went through this thing where people were accusing me of lying about something, and so I started recording it and doing screenshots everywhere
Right.
that I saw it.
Yeah. You know what I think? You know what I think this
not
is?
used to
I think this is a big conspiracy. Everyone's lying so much online. It's due to the storage companies. You know, the hard drive manufacturers are getting people to lie more on the internet in order to sell more hard drives, because people have to screenshot and record everyone else
Oh yeah,
saying. So it's driving up the demand for hard drives.
there's psychology behind everything. Wow,
Right.
that's amazing. I didn't think about it that way. Thanks for softening that for me. I really
So it's
appreciate
not
it.
your fault or Pat's fault. It's really
I feel
whoever's
really
behind the hard drive manufacturer.
billowy and fluffy now.
That's good. That's why I'm here.
You always have that effect. Is Paige there? Because I kind of mentioned her name today.
Yeah.
And I mentioned yours.
Yeah, she's busy. You don't really want to know where she's at right now.
So don't sub to Trumpy, but sub to GD. Okay. You stood me up. We didn't go to Waffle House.
Wawa or Waffle House.
Yes, and I think that you guys now at this point, we should meet up and you should actually make waffles.
Well, maybe we can make that happen.
Okay. Well, I will believe it
Waffle maker?
when I see it. What?
Do I have to bring our own waffle iron, or are you gonna supply that?
No, I don't have that shit. I've never made a waffle in my life.
Shit, you never made a waffle?
Nah, I don't
The
cook.
Belgian waffles are the best.
Yeah, they are. I always go out to eat. People always feed me. My husband used to cook. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
You
really
don't-
learned
Why
how.
not?
Because I was always booted out of the kitchen. They're like, go play with the kids, or you know, like whoever was there. There were little kids, and I was a kid. What I don't know.
Yeah.
Like get out of the kitchen. Like I'm bothering people. So then I would just leave. So fuck them. Thanks, guys.
It's never too late to learn,
Yeah.
and it's a good skill to have.
Yeah. Well, you know, screenshotting is something that can be of the past, you know, at this point, from this point on. Trumpy, you fucking asshole. I'm taking a screenshot of this shit because in my server, you posted Rana's live stream link.
Whoa.
And you said Rana is better than Shelly.
Wow.
You need to calm me down.
Oh my God, Paige's fight with Steph.
Oh, she told her to calm down. I thought she was telling me to calm down.
You need to calm down. You need to take a shower. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in there?
I thought she said that she needed to take a shower, like herself.
No. Take a shower.
Tell her to come on here because this is a great place. Look, I know how to like men's shit. Trump said, "Give me $5." Thank you so much. Better than anybody else named Trump something.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. It's way more than Google pays. They're cheapskates, man. Sick of them. I want to hear what they're saying to each other.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can pipe it in.
Okay. She's so lame. I can't even stand it. She's such a shit starter. I can't with her.
Had it.
Paige, you know, she won't start fighting. She'll just go up on a panel and people go at her, STL. I'm not kidding. You went up there too last night on was it AC's? I forget. I saw you up there, you and her up there, and I had this because I scroll through to see who's up and then I'll click on it whenever I see people like I want to watch, you know. Oh, thanks, Wilma. I appreciate that. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. What's this about? Where is she? In Tonics? Oh my God, Izzy is in everybody's business. These are lame ass. Ooh, ooh. The Church of Four White Noise Shiva.
Hello,
Am I
Shelly. How are you still calling me the Church of Four?
Oh, how are you? Formerly known as the Shiva.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
This will be my 8th day without weed. So yeah, it's going well. It's kind of weird.
Wow.
I've got this weird kind of slightly dualistic experience going on at the moment, in that on the one hand, there's definitely residual craving for cannabis, but on the other hand, I don't want the experience that will result if I get stoned. Like, I don't want to be stoned. So it's this kind of weird experience where it's kind of like when I'm smoking a cigarette, especially, there's part of me that's going, this is wrong. there's something wrong here.
Yeah, and you know, Shiva, when it comes to like Buddhism, and if you're doing a lot of meditating, you can get to that higher level, even higher than if you're on weed, obviously.
I
And the
mean, weed is
weed high
counterproductive.
is very temporary, and people are like, "Oh, well, you
They're not
know,
the
you
same
don't get
thing, Shelley.
addicted." Yeah, you can.
They're not the same thing. Like the sensations that arise from smoking weed, they approximate some of the sensations that arise from meditation, but they're not the same. They're just
Mhm.
kind of similar.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that, but like I said, it's very temporary. And when it comes to like you know, when you do meditation, you can hold on to that a little bit longer, but it still takes work. I mean, let's face it. I've heard about people like driving a nail through their feet. And I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about Buddhists. And
No,
it
Buddhists
doesn't
don't do
hurt.
that. That's not
Yes, they
Buddhism.
do. They can do things like
No,
that.
they don't. That's not Buddhism,
They can
Shelley.
talk out their heads out of it.
Shelley, the Buddha was Shelley, the Buddha was strongly against that sort of body mortification. He wasn't up for it at
What
all.
was it? Then what was it when they can
I mean,
hurt
he might
themselves
have
but
been
it
a
doesn't
Hindu.
hurt?
Maybe he was a Hindu.
Mm. Well, whoever told me didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They can go smoke on some more facts.
So what's going on with you and Pat? I'm not entirely sure. I thought you two were quite friendly.
We were talking and everything, like, but you know, lately he's just been doing these screenshots and he's going to put them up. And he was hanging over at Tonics playing video games and gossiping.
Right? I mean, he's kind of friendly with Tonic, though, isn't he?
How can you be okay, this is my question, and this goes for Corrosive. How can you be friendly with him and me at the same time when we're polar opposites and we're totally like night and day? I'm the day,
Right?
by the
Because you can
way.
like different types of people, Shelley.
Oh, depending on their mood.
No, I mean, you can like. Are you telling me that you only like people who are the same? Come on.
No, you're
No,
completely
right.
opposite, and I quite like you, but I don't
Yeah,
quite
so-
like Corrosive because he does not stand up for what's right. He stands up for what's popular, same as DFK, same as Pat. That's the group.
What you think it's Corrosive, Pat, and DFK? That's the core.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they're all the same. They all do the same things, and they all stand up for what's popular. Like they have to be popular.
I mean, they've
Not
got to be
me,
working
Shiva.
together, right? They've got to be working together, haven't they?
Yeah,
Do you think?
and they want acceptance more than most people do. Like they crave it. I don't. Well, I
mean,
do.
Do you
Okay,
or don't you?
I do. All right, so fine, I do, but I still speak out.
So, how long do you think DFK, Corrosive, and Pat have been colluding together?
They have been colluding together for quite some time now, and it's just now starting to come out, especially when DFK said that I stole his $7,000 car. And that's not true. I definitely didn't steal a car.
No,
Ever.
I mean, he gave it to you, didn't he?
Yes. So to me, that's irritating for someone to outlie like that. And STL knows, everybody knows that that's not true. I was live at the time I was there.
So I see
And
Trump said in your
Yeah.
chat, being very, very silly, he seems to think that self-immolation is tolerated by Buddhists. I mean, everything's kind of tolerated by Buddhists.
What the point is that our minds are so powerful that if you can tap into them, you can pretty much avoid certain types of pain just using your energy.
Oh, poor Trump said. I think he seems to think that I'm unaware of the Vietnamese monks who set themselves on fire. Maybe he's unaware of how much that what goes against Buddhist ethics. I mean, I don't know what to tell him. Anyway, do you think? I'm going to ignore Trump said. Do you think you could build a bridge with Pat, Shani? Can this relationship be mended?
No, because he won't come up here and talk to me. He goes up on Tonics, but he won't come up on mine. So how am I supposed to see that?
I mean, he's probably in bed, isn't he?
Well, that's not my problem. I don't know. When I do these panel invites, people are expected to.
They're expected to turn
Okay, all right.
on time with proper fucking dress code. What the hell is
I
wrong
gave
with
him a
him?
10-minute heads up. I mean, yeah, he was just in the server, so he knew.
Brilliant.
So anyway, yeah, I can build a bridge with him, most definitely. I just want to ask him, don't take things personally. He gets so upset about things that I don't know what the rat thing means, and I guess it bothers him.
It means people are calling him a rat.
I understand, but what
does the word rat
spawned
generally
that?
mean? When the word rat is used as a pejorative term, what does it normally mean?
It means that they were a spy and they told on somebody.
Right. Well, that's what they're saying, right? That I think, like, Pat goes from server to server, saying, oh, they're saying this or doing that or whatever. And I'm not saying that Pat is doing that, but that's my sense of like what they mean when they're calling him a rat.
Yeah, even if it's not about the person calling him that, it could be that because he's calling other people that, they think that he's a rat. It might not even be about that specific person. So now it's just a thing that people do, and they don't even know why they're doing it. I hate when things catch on like that. It's just so hurtful, and it is. But you can't take it personally. You can't let people know you're mad. He did go and voice that one day, remember? But I guess people teamed up on him, and he wanted to be, oh, Shelly, you support real life threats. No, nobody would believe that. Shelly supports that. Nobody would believe that. Ever. So by him saying it, he's trying to get that to catch on, and it's not going to, because it's not true. So yeah, I could build a bridge with him. Yeah, no problem. Who else? Corrosive? Nope. And Shiva, how do you feel about what Rada did with his appearance here today?
What, by coming onto your panel and saying that he's going live? I mean, it was kind of funny, cheeky. I mean, obviously it was meant to annoy you, right?
Right.
Was it annoying?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that would annoy me too.
I saw some of your panel today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
What did you
it
think?
was good. I kind of shy away from that topic and a lot of controversial topics, because it's like, you can talk something to the ground and it's like, why are we still talking about it? Because we can't do anything with 3-4 people on a panel. I don't know. I'm not downplaying what you did in any way.
No, I mean, I wasn't expecting, like, that we were going to solve any problems, right, or anything like that. But I think there is a value in just having the conversation, and I suppose, I don't know, like, because maybe I've got some information wrong, and it could be that in the course of the conversation, my erroneous thinking could be corrected. I mean,
Yeah, and it's also a cultural, like you're saying, a cultural difference that you can hear from people from different states, even talking about their own state, because there's different laws in each state. So when we're talking about things like conflict resolution and stuff, like, I feel that there can be solutions with that. And if people just give it a chance, if people just can give it a fair chance, maybe we can come to some sort of a resolution with each other and not have the hate. That's what I don't want, is the hate. And listen, I love to stir it up. I do. I like to play, and I like to start little things or whatever, but I don't want it to turn into hate. Like, I know when to stop it. I know when to stop before it gets to, you're a pedo and I'm going to go real life. These are harmful things, really. And Lauren, man, she's supposed to be a professional, and she's calling somebody a pedo. How is that normal? How is that accepted?
I mean,
You
I
guys
don't
better
think
think
she,
about
I don't
that
think she is a
before you start
professional.
talking to her. Yeah.
She's not a paid lawyer. Shelley, there are a whole bunch of us who are having a go at her in your server for that very thing. Come on.
She left. She left, though. I don't get it. She can't take the heat. She need to get out the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Hey, STL, what's going on over there? You got it on mute. That's true, sweet. Okay. Until people can put pride aside. Put the pride aside. Yes. I love that. And start with self-respect. It's never going to happen. That is true. The way people treat us is how they're feeling inside. So if I'm treating you kindly, respectfully, I'm feeling happy about myself. If I'm having a shitty day, I might not be as nice to you. Yeah, where's Paige? We want to hear Paige.
I mean, Paige is probably busy doing something else.
What did Wilma want me to talk about? Entangled something? What did he say? He said, talk about, hold on. You probably know. Wilma, if you're here, tell me what you asked me. Because I was like, well, what, I'm going to talk about, Pat and what's going on here. And he said, talk about entanglement. What is that? Can't find it. Shiva, how's your server doing? I think I left it. I don't know why, though.
I did, and then I banned you. I mean, I'll unban you now. I was just being cheeky because I thought when you rejoined, which you probably would at some point, and you'd kind of go, "Why am I banned?"
You suck. You kind of suck. Oh my gosh, that's just like something you would do too.
It's okay. You're unbanned now.
Really?
Yeah,
You went there?
You can join. You can join.
Oh no. I don't want to join now. Shit.
Because I was kind of thinking, well, she obviously doesn't want to be in the server, so I'll just make it easy for her.
Yeah, I always leave first, so you got me. That's funny. I got all the weirds in mine. Do you have any weirds in yours?
I've got a couple of them here. I don't know who they are, though.
I quite like them. Nobody knows who they are. They speak eloquently. They speak truth. I like it. People were so mad at me today because they couldn't post the memes, the GIFs, because I had it on some setting because I didn't want Trumpy posting the same fucking boob pic. And so I turned it off, and it turned everybody off. And then I couldn't turn it back on, and I figured it out, but it took a long time. People were like, Shelly, we're trying to send memes. It's not a necessity, but it does help the flow of the conversation in the server. How much time do you spend on your server or in your server?
Not very much.
Mhm.
It's not really I just like in my mind the server is somewhere that I can use to host panels, and if people
Yeah.
want to go and hang out there, that's kind of up to them, but I tend not to hang out there very much. I'm more likely to be hanging out in Masshole, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So okay, you have mods in there, I guess,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And how would you, let's see.
Well, I can tell you how I dealt with the situation recently.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so what I've started doing is there were two things. People were posting like images to try and trigger each other. So I think someone was posting Chicky T's picture to trigger Tonic, and Tonic was posting their pictures to trigger them. So I removed the ability to post images unless you have the specific role. And recently, if people have been doing stuff that I don't like Truthfinder, for example, posting addresses in the server, then I'll just ban you.
Right. And here's the problem is that I'm talking to too many people in DMs, and they're all talking to me on a personal level. And I don't want to do that, I don't think, with certain people, because then they put out all their frustrations instead of doing it publicly, because people will not speak the same publicly as they do privately. Like, they're more harsh when they're mad privately. So that's what I'm going to try and do, is eliminate some of the people to where they can't speak to me privately. Let me tell you this. Anytime you have a group of people, let's say in my chat is a group, okay? They're the chat. We're the panelists. That's a group. In your Discord server, that's a group. Anytime there's a group, there's going to be 1, a leader, 2, there's going to be followers, 3, there's going to be conflicts, and 4, and I'm just talking about kind of negative things now, like conflicts. And the 4th one is, a lot of times there's going to be a scapegoat. There's going to be a target. A lot, especially in this community, it seems like we do that. Now, if it were me in the UPK, and then we pinned Taryn as the target, it would never get to like that hate level. It would just be for play, and then we would ease off, but those are the things that will inevitably occur, in certain groups. So how do you deal with the conflicts, like as far as things that are really bad? I mean, do you talk to people privately, is what I'm really getting at? Or do you keep it public?
It depends on who the conflict is with. For instance, if I was like having a disagreement with Tarquin, I would probably resolve that privately. If I was having a disagreement with, say, I don't know, Tonic, I would probably resolve that publicly. I think it depends on my relationship to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What about you?
Well, I guess it's kind of the same. But I feel like that I get more DMs than I give. Like with the conflicts with Corrosive, like he doesn't even hardly let me talk it out. I mean, He wants to just stop. He wants to stop talking. It's like it's too much for him or something. I don't get it. It's like he doesn't even care or something.
I mean,
It's like he doesn't even care.
about what?
About the friendship that we once had. He
Maybe
doesn't
he
even
doesn't.
care. Well, if he doesn't, then I can't help that. I can't help that.
I mean, I suppose that's a conversation you'll have to have with him, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't like what he says, so it never turns out to an agreement. Because he thinks he's right about stuff, and I don't. He thinks it's right to not defend on his panel, and I don't. I've never thought that.
Defend what you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Not just defend, but he made me out to be the bad guy, and I wasn't. 3 times.
from your perspective, yeah. But maybe you were from his.
Well, apparently, I don't know. I mean, I could break it down into parts, but nobody is interested at all.
I mean,
Really?
you were saying earlier that one of the issues with the kind of conflicts, the endless conflicts in the community, is that people won't let shit go.
Yeah.
Have you considered just kind of letting it go with Corrosive? You know, and maybe he'll come round.
Yeah, I can let it go. I just hope that he feels bad about it and, won't do it again. But I'll let it go. I just don't care right now. I won't go up on his panel, and I just really don't like him to come up here. That's it. That's how I'm going to have to leave it. And yes, I can let it go. I can. And I will let it go. I won't bring up those 3 panels where he let it happen and kicked me twice. And I left the 3rd time. I mean, I got mad at you one time when that happened. And I just attract that, though. So I get how Pat feels. I do. And I guess, maybe I could have stood up. I don't really know what I could have done to get people to get off his back, because they were so passionate about the way they were going at him. And I felt like that. What could I do? What could I do? He said, boy. It's so dumb. Many times you simply lie. Basically, he's saying to give Corrosive another free pass and just to deal with it. That's not going to happen.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying give Corrosive a free pass, because that would necessitate you being friendly towards him or something, right? I mean, like, I'm just talking about really for your own peace of mind, I suppose. Because if this is the thing that I kind of realized with all the bullshit with Bird, right? Was that once I just let go of it all, like once I made the decision, okay, Bird can fuck off. I'm going to have nothing to do with him. Like, I'm not going to respond to him. I'm not going to react to any other shit that he does or says. If he turns up at a panel, I'll just leave. Right? Like, the only time that I've engaged with him recently was he turned up on one of Tarquin's panels. And so, I did engage with him then for like a few minutes. But other than that, I've not spoken to him.
I was surprised that I saw that. I was surprised that you stayed on there.
I mean, I wasn't just.
Because it was like you to get off of there to get away.
Well,
scared, just you're not. You run out of the energy to expose yourself to that negativity. You run out of that energy, right? To take it in. You don't need it, so why take it? Take what you need and leave the rest. So you left him.
And now my relationship with Bird is brilliant. I love it. It's the best it's ever been. And that's right, and
Yeah.
that's because I let go of it. I just let go of it, and Bird can do or say whatever the fuck he wants. It makes no difference to me. All right. Let me just read out. Trump said is now saying, son, nobody said it's tolerated. So I'm going to just read out his comment word for word. Shiva, again full of shiz. Self-immolation is tolerated by some elements of Mahayana Buddhism and Hinduism. I mean, I don't know anything about Hinduism, so whatever the fuck. And it has been practiced for many centuries. One single scriptural source, boy. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. Fucking nonsense. Nobody said tolerated. Not Shelley, nor myself. Scroll up. Trump said you can read your own comment.
Well, I guess he was just saying that you simply said, no, it doesn't.
I'm saying it's not tolerated. Yeah. Self-harm is not tolerated in Buddhism. The fact that that Vietnamese monk did it doesn't mean that other Buddhists think it's a good thing that he did. That's bullshit.
I didn't say that it was obviously a quote after the fact. You said Buddhists don't perform, start from the beginning when she made the statement, fool. I guess we can just let it go.
Yeah, well, you know. Have you, I guess you haven't, maybe you're not aware. Are you aware of the debate comedy that sprung up between ASMR and myself?
No, I didn't
So,
hear
okay.
about that.
So I was in a server and there was like AC popped in and there was like 3 or 4 of us and there was some trolling going on between AC and the 4 of us, right? And so he's like, oh, I can't deal with all 4 of you. So I was like, well, you know, I'm happy to bow out of this conversation. We can do a one-on-one. We can do a debate, right? And I was kind of trolling AC. Like I wasn't expecting him to have a debate. Although if he had said yes, I'd have gone through it. So ASMR, he started challenging me to a debate. Right? So I accepted.
Okay.
And then since then, he's
I knew
basically
you would.
he's been trying to weasel out of it, right? So he first of all was saying that he would do it if AC was the moderator, and AC is not interested in moderating the debate.
Wow.
It's been fucking hilarious. It's been hilarious.
God, I wish I could hear that dialogue. That probably would have been really good. Did you get any words in edgewise?
Oh no, this hasn't been in voice chats. It's been in mass whole kind of server chat.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm in that one too. There's a lot of people in there. Lots.
Yeah, I mean,
Big one.
it's quite a popular server.
Anarchy Television. Hello. Alex09. Let go of the toxic relationships. So true. Yeah, I wanted to hear Paige and Steph. I think their emotions were running high too.
Brilliant. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the chat. Well, I mean, do you want to talk about anything else? Anything that's on your mind?
No, I'm good. I'm pretty much getting tired, I guess. I see that there's 85 people over at Radas. So,
How many people are on his panel?
4.
Should we both go and join it?
You want to?
Yeah,
Let's do
come
a
on.
Shelly raid.
Let's do it. Come on.
All right.
All right. I'll see you over there.
Bye, guys.